Hello, this is another tutorial on Microsoft Office Mix. Microsoft Office Mix is an add-in to PowerPoint 2013 for Windows. As of this moment, there is not a Mac version available. This is for Windows. Microsoft Office 2013. Office Mix is an add-in to PowerPoint. So I have a PowerPoint presentation here. Again, this works on a PowerPoint presentation that you create yourself, as well as one that maybe you get from another source like the publisher. So I have one here, and what I'm going to do is demonstrate how you can record the entire presentation. So in other words, you can take this presentation, this PowerPoint, you can have it, you can add audio to each one of the slides, record the entire thing, and then package it up into an Office Mix that will create a link that you can share with others. So I'm going to go to the Mix tab, and then all the way over here to the right, this is called Slide Recording. So what it does is it records yourself working through your own presentation. So once I click on this, I get my screen here. You can see that we have some buttons along the top. We have a toolbar. I can advance the slide here. Once I advance past slide 1, I'll get a choice to go back and forth with these arrows. The record naturally will do what you think record does. Once I click on it, it will start recording, and you will see a timer that pops up so you can see how long your recording is so far. I have the ability to pause and stop my recording. If I wanted to have individual notes for slides, so I knew what I was going to say ahead of time, I could create slide notes. I do not have that in this particular presentation. Then when I'm done recording, I can delete slide recording for a particular slide in case I made a mistake, or I can delete the slide recording over the entire presentation. I still save all my slides, I'm just deleting the audio. Okay, I do have the ability to take and add a video here. I can pull up a camera, and there you see me here in the corner. If that's something that I think would be valuable to this presentation, I can do that. I can also go back to no camera. And when you are doing some recording, I'll switch it over here to my Logitech wireless headset, which is what I'm using. Notice how this particular bar here is really showing some movement. This shows that it's nicely picking up my volume. If you play this thing back again, you'll notice it was way over here, and that means you would not hear it real well. I can adjust some microphone volume as far as maximum goes. The other thing I have the ability to do down here is to use digital inks. It is defaulted here on the medium size pen, which is, I think it's a 3 pixel. This is a 1 pixel, which is the fine ink, and then this is a little fatter, that's a 9 pixel. This is an eraser icon, so any doodling, digital inking that I do on this screen, I am going to be able to erase it all at one time. So I'm going to go ahead and just demo a little bit of this and show you how this works. So I'm going to hit the record button. Okay, and notice you can see up here that I am it didn't do 3, 2, 1. It just starts recording right away. I'm already up to 9-10 seconds. Look at the dashed line around the outside here. This shows you what your live active window is that you are recording for your audience. We're on slide 1 of 7 right here. To talk onto the slide, I can just keep talking and then advance when I'm ready. I do have my inks over here. So I can say, hi, this is a presentation on the time value of money. We're going to talk about how this works. So what exactly is it? What is time value of money? An amount of money today buys more than the same amount of money in the future. So we're talking about money today and money in the future. Amounts of cash flow that occur on different dates cannot be added or subtracted to produce a meaningful value. So I could go into more detail on any of these if I felt like that was something that was important. I'm going to go click on the next slide. What is interest? What is interest? So it's the cost to borrowers for the use of money for a period of time, and it is the return to the lender for lending that money for that period of time. Okay, advance to the next slide. Cash flows. In order to add or subtract cash flows that occur at different dates, they must be converted to a common point in time so that they have the same time value. I go out here and grab a little fatter pen. Same time value. The conversion of these future cash flow amounts to the present value is known as discounting. The conversion of current period cash flows to future cash flows is known as compounding. So we have two different things here: discounting and compounding. I might want to make some mention of that, maybe show some examples and so forth if I was actually creating a real live presentation here. Actually, let me go back. There we go. This is a video that I inserted, and I did show that in another tutorial. This is, again, tutorial number 5 on the Office Mix series. But this is a video. It's a Khan Academy video on the time value of money that I just inserted right here inside this particular in this particular slide. And so I could go ahead and click right here and play this video. If I wanted to point out some things, again, I can do the highlighting and so forth. I'm not going to play this this video. You would understand how that works. I also showed you how to play videos in other tutorials. I'm going to click on next slide, check your understanding. So I actually have a quiz here. This is a quiz slide, so you know that people, the audience taking this, has the ability then to choose a particular answer. They would just highlight a particular answer and hit submit on the right answer, and they would move forward onto the next slide. If this was something that was being self-paced, where you were sending the link to a particular student and that student was watching it from home or some place where you are not around at that time, in other words, you are not presenting this material as you go. If you're presenting it in class, students would still have the ability to go ahead and do this themselves. So I'm going to click on next slide. Thanks, that's the end. You know, whatever I feel like I might want to do here, I'm going to grab some ink. It doesn't seem like it wants to let me grab ink. So I'm good. At this particular point, I'm done. So assuming I had nothing else that I needed to do, I would just hit, well, it looks like I've stopped recording already. So I've closed this, this down itself. And my presentation is done. And that's all I wanted to show you. This is recording your entire presentation. Again, this is Microsoft Office Mix Tutorial Part 5. There will be at least a Part 6, where I talk to you about how to create an Office Mix and then share that with the students. But this is Part 5. If you haven't looked at some of the other ones, you want to at least look at Part 1, which is kind of an overview of Office Mix. And then all of the other ones that I've recorded so far have to do with some specific details or uses that you can make of the Microsoft Office Mix. Thanks.